Hello, friends and family. It's JD, the quarterback of the mic, and the story of Game 4 of the NBA Championships in this season of our Lord 2025-26. And how was it a miracle at the Garden last night, or was it just another game, or was it both? Last night, I, as a working individual, had work to do as the game began, and I took note of the fact that the Spurs got out to a 19-point lead, I think it was at one point, and I said, well, it's still early, Knicks could come back. Then I was on a conversation working, and I thought, wow, this is pretty bad. But if the Knicks chip away, they could get it closer at halftime. I believe they were down by 27 at halftime, which wasn't what I was hoping for. But in my mind, I was thinking, well, if they get it within 12 with 4 minutes to go, with the fourth quarter to go, at the beginning of the fourth quarter, they're down 12, they still have a shot. And by this time, I had arrived home and I was watching the game. I guess because we're spoiled these days, I did not enjoy watching commercials. So when a commercial came up, I switched to watch something on YouTube, calculated how many minutes I thought it would take, and then went back to the game. So going in and out like that, Knicks started to make, I think at one point they were down by 19. Then I think at the beginning of the fourth quarter, they were down by 15. And there was still hope. And that hope turned into something more than hope, as the Knicks, I think they were down by 16 at one point, then 13. Then they got it down to 11. Then they got it down to single digits. And then I think they got it down to either a 4 or 5 point lead by the Spurs. And at that point, it felt like, oh, this is looking pretty good. The Knicks could pull this off. Although they did seem a little sloppy with the ball from time to time. So were the Spurs at this juncture. Since I hadn't seen any of the first half, I didn't really see how great the Spurs were. But in those final minutes, one team crumbled and another team won it. And we all know that was the Knicks on what seemed like a crazy shot from Brunson with approximately, it felt like 6 seconds to go. And then the tip in by OG Anunoby. And then the Knicks had the lead. I think the Spurs still had a second and a half approximately. They called the timeout. They got the ball in, but they didn't get a shot off. And the Knicks take a commanding 3-1 lead in these NBA Finals. People like my brother who have not been alive with the Knicks, or as the Knicks have won an NBA championship. So this is going to be a very exciting Game 5 if the Knicks can indeed bring home, I believe it's the Larry O'Brien as NBA champions. Just a tremendous game, the greatest NBA Finals comeback for a single game, down 29 points at one juncture, which it does go to prove what my father's Uncle Al said many, many years ago. It still appears to be true. Don't worry. At the end, the final 3 minutes, that's when the game will be decided. And at least last night, Uncle Al was once again prophetic. And that's just the way that it rolls. Thankfully, it rolled for the Knicks last night. And this whole year, those winks and those nods between Knick fans, people having Knick paraphernalia on, and not just for the colors, but because they were fans. Even people who weren't wearing Knick colors, but with the Knick stuff on, and that quiet confidence that this is our year. Maybe it wasn't confidence, maybe they were just saying what they wanted without truly believing, but those conversations have been had all throughout the past year since they lost in last year's playoffs in the Eastern Conference Finals. 148-minute game to go for the Knicks to possibly become NBA champs for the third time in their history and the first time since 1973. So let's be hopeful. And let's also realize that the Spurs kicked the Knicks' ass last night in the first half of the game, which means we have to be ever vigilant as fans. And of course, the Knicks, I'm not saying, but good competition is what makes you even better. And some people might say great competition. I think that will remain to be seen. But so far, it has been a great series from the Knicks standpoint. And Wemby, and at the end of the game, it looked like he wilted just a little bit. Unfortunately, or fortunately, however the case may be, I did hear other people talking about a similar topic, and how after Wemby's flagrant foul, he may not have been as aggressive, and that may have changed the tone of the game, and as a result, we got our result last night. So, for the Knicks, 48 minutes, one game away from eternity, from being remembered as the Knick team that brought the championship back. Or, on the other side of things, can the Spurs become the team that brings back, comes back from the brink and wins in 7? I know that's heresy for some of the Knicks fans out there, but is it like Schrodinger's cat? We'll never find out until we open that box. Well, we're just going to have to wait and see what happens. I know I co-signed on when someone said Knicks in 6 or Spurs in 7, but now it almost feels like it's going to be Knicks in 5. So, one game at a time. That's how they play them. One game at a time, that's how we have to analyze them. And for the rest, the rest of history, people will be analyzing some of the mistakes and some of the successes. Game 4, congratulations to the Knicks on winning that game. But doesn't mean a thing until you wear that ring. So, who will be the next team to hoist that trophy? Will it be the Spurs, which I guess I do have sort of their color on, or the Knicks? Put it down in the comments who you think or what your prediction is. We only have 3 options at this time. Knicks in 5, Knicks in 6, or Spurs in 7. God bless you all. Thank you for watching. I am JD, the quarterback of the mic. Shout out to Chanel. It was very nice to meet you. And I hope that you will be enjoying summertime when it comes. Have fun and get it done.